Hey guys, what's going on? So today I am going to show you one of my favorite algos I've just come across. It's absolutely amazing. You'll be absolutely amazed at how easy this algo is to use and how accurate it is. It's really fantastic. This is going to be a great video. Definitely watch it until the end. So before we get into showing you all the details about this new indicator and trading view called LuxSignals, not to be confused with LuxAlgo, different company, different signals. And I'm going to just basically give you a quick introduction to the course called How to Win 90% of Your Trades in 90 Seconds. If you watch the channel, you'll see I do this every video, basically, just give you the opportunity to go and get this free course on how to sell options from thetatraders.com. So definitely check out the link in the description below, and it'll take you to this course, completely free. It's via email, and I think you'll get a lot out of this in terms of being able to trade very passively, so you don't have to be glued to your computer screen all the time, which is a real pain for a lot of people. So let's get started with the actual review here. So I came across this in a Facebook ad, like most of the stuff I review, I end up finding on Facebook. And this looked really good to me. It involves AI, although who knows how much of that is market hype, but there's definitely a difference here compared to other indicators. And I'll go into that in a little bit more detail when I show you the actual charts here. So they offer three payment sort of tiers, and it's not the cheapest thing ever, but that's probably what you expect if you are going to use something that's really, really good. So we go down to the payment plan here because this is something that everybody always asks about. So they have three tiers: millionaire, billionaire, and trillionaire. I don't know what the FTC would say about this. You're not really supposed to put names like that because it kind of implies you're going to become a millionaire, billionaire, or trillionaire, at least for the FTC's viewpoint. That being said, there's two really good things about this. The first one is you get 7 days free on all of their plans. I actually went for the trillionaire plan because I wanted to see the advanced signals, the auto adjustable settings, the automatic risk management, and all this stuff, and the maximum back testing. I think it's important for the back you to have the back testing. A lot of these algos don't have it, and this is one that really has a really great back testing part to it, which I'm going to show you. The cheapest one here is $49 a month, and which is a good price. It's a good price, but it doesn't have the back testing on it. It's worth going up to the $79.99 a month to get the these other features like maximum back testing and live signals notification. $100 a month gets you 7 days free on the Trillionaire, and it gets you all these extra stuff: 4 times larger AI model, automatable trading bot, optimized win rate and profits. And this does a really good job in optimizing this. One of the number one things I hear from people about algos is they can't get the settings right, or they just use the default settings and then think the signals suck. And it takes a bit of finesse and time to actually make the signals work for you. This thing does it all for you via AI, which is really, really cool. Well, not all of it. You'll see in a minute just what you have to do, but it's very basic, very easy to do. So the pricing isn't the best in terms of, like, you can get other ones like my other favorite, which is Infinity Algo. You can get that for $100 lifetime. This one is $100 per month. So you have to be able to kind of factor that into your decision of what algo to get is the price. But these prices are very standard for most algos. I think Infinity Algo is one of the few that is a real bargain. So, but if you can splurge for the $100 a month thing, you'll see how great this thing actually is in a minute. So you do get a free trial. They do test your account with a $1 transaction, which apparently reverses, and then basically you can do this for free, which is really, really good, especially for people like me who review these things. And to try it out for 7 days free is unusual in this industry and with these algos. Anyway, let's get into the guide and the charts here. So here is something they claim to be, and it's not clear who the founders or the owners of this company actually are, but they claim to make 15,000 a month trading using this Lux Signal algo. So if we look through the menu here, it's pretty basic. I like how simple it is. Basically how to get access, how to set them up on your chart. It's very easy. It took me like a minute to set this up, and then another few minutes to read through these basic guides, which is really easy. Um, Interesting here, simply go to lower time frame. Usually these algos don't work on lower time frames, but this also makes signals a lot more accurate. This must be a feature of the AI part of this, because this is not normal with normal TradingView algos or indicators, depending on what you call them. So one thing that you really focus on here, and I really like this, is profit factor. So a lot of people focus on win rate, but win rate isn't really that helpful because you can have a high win rate and still lose money if your losses are large. And so profit factor is basically your wins divided by your losses. And if that number comes bigger than one, then you're profitable. If it's less than one, then you're not profitable. That makes sense. So if you every win you make 400 bucks and every loss you make 800, you take an $800 loss, that would be a profit factor of zero point 0.5, which is less than one. So you're looking for profit factors of at least one, but more like two, three, four. Four is an amazing profit factor. Your wins are four times bigger than your losses. So you can have a high win rate and a high profit factor. And the cool thing is you get this information. This is the signals right here. You can see the buy and sell signals in yellow here. And you can see this box, which is really important. And I hope you can see this. There's no way to zoom in on it. And it's sometimes hard on YouTube to see these things. But this is the back testing. And you can basically change this really, really easily. So you get the trade size, you get the total trades. So there's 14 trades in 2 weeks on this one. This is SPY 5 minutes, just something I started to play around with. And we'll play around with another one to see if we can optimize it as well. But basically, if you're using a trade size of 130 bucks, you would have made $4,699 in the 2 weeks, which is absolutely amazing. Profit factor 2.68, which, like they said here, it's mind blowing. Win rate is only 31%, so you have to be able to basically take a lot of losses on this, but overall you will win. And this can be very, very mentally challenging for a lot of people. But this tells you that you will be profitable even with a very low win rate, which is why, kind of going back to my point originally, having a high win rate doesn't necessarily mean you're going to do well. A lot of people, it's psychologically it's more fun, right? If you're winning 90% of your trades, but you can win 30% and still have a really good track record here. And the max drawdown was only 7%, which is awesome. So you're not even going to see much drawdown even when you're taking those losses, which is psychologically very helpful as well. All right, so how do you optimize this? Well, this is the beautiful thing about this system. Basically, you have a few parameters, and it's not even, you don't even have to know what these are. They're basically called input one, input two, and you can optimize for different ones. And the beautiful thing is it actually tells you on the box here, it gives you instructions on what to set these to, and it calculates it and then it recalculates it using the AI. And you have to go through a couple iterations before you'll get the best numbers down here. I've already done it. You can see, hopefully it's tiny print here, but congratulations on getting the best settings for this asset and time frame. For an even better setup, you can learn more about in the LuxSignals guide. So I went through what it was telling me to do in this box, and we're going to do it on a different time frame in a second. We'll do it on the 1 minute chart, and basically that's all you have to do. So there's these parameters to do, and it tells you exactly what to do. So there's no messing around. There's no testing your own stuff for ages. Just doing it manually, iterating it. You get the instructions from the AI how to make these numbers down here the absolute best. So let's try it. Let's go to the 1 minute signal here. So we go to 1 minute right here. Now it takes a bit of time. It crunches numbers and works hard, so this is not instantaneous. You have to kind of wait a little bit. So hopefully it'll pop up in a sec. There we go. So you can see the buy sell signals have appeared. Now you can see that initially this is terrible. Hopefully you can see these numbers. There's 360 trades, 26 360 is the trade size. 260 is 26, sorry, is the number of trades in 3 days. And you're down $1,000. 0.81, which is the profit factor right here, is less than one. So it's really poor. So you would not be profitable with this, and you'd also have a win rate of 20%, which is horrible. And max drawdown of 31%. So as it is, if you were just to use this on default, you'd be kind of screwed. Like this would be horrible. You'd lose money, which is the case with a lot of algos that aren't optimized via AI. So hopefully you can see this, but it says what to do. So apply these settings to actually make it the best. So I'm just going to do that. Input 2 is 187. So I'm going to go and put 187 in here. Optimize input 1. So this is optimize input 1. It says switch should be on and extension should be off. So when I hit OK here, these numbers down here will change and it will optimize it for the best possible setting. It takes a few seconds here because there you go. See how it just changed all the signals and it actually became a profitable strategy. So now we'd make $1,598 following these trades rather than losing $1,000. The profit factor has now gone from less than one to above one, so 1.4 almost, which is really good. The win rate is 76%, which is really nice. It'll keep you motivated because you'll be winning most of your trades. Max drawdown is 17%. So this is pretty good, but again, you can actually make it better. So look, it's updated the instructions in this box here. It says apply these changes in the settings. So let's do that again. It should make it even better. So input 1 now should read 13. So let's go to 13 here. Oops, 13. And extension needs to be on. So we're going to turn extension on as well. We're going to wait for it to update. As the AI does its thing, trying to figure out what the best back-tested results are, which will hopefully apply to going forward. See what it does. There we go. Look at that. So now you've got more signals. And the total profit is now 3,974. There's more trades, 66 trades in 3 days, and the profit factor is bigger now at 1.54, but it's still maybe not optimized. That's really nice. Win rate is 77% and a smaller drawdown of 15%. So really nice results here. But it's still telling us we can optimize further. So I'm just going to go to, and you don't have to do it if you don't want to. You could stick with that. So I'm just going to go and follow the instructions again. Input 1 goes to 196, 196. Optimize for input 2, so it's going back to input 2 here. And the extension needs to be off. So let's see if it gives us a better result this time. Takes a few seconds again. There we go. Wow, so look at this now. You've got fewer signals, 16 signals, but you're making 3,486 with a mind-blowing 2.47 profit factor and a 73% win rate. Now it's still telling us we can get a little bit better just by turning extension on. So we go to extension here. Come on, open up extension. And let's see if that actually makes a much of a difference. Oh, it changed it there. I'll give it a second to sort of stuff. All right, so input 2 now wants 179. So I don't know why it changes, but it basically we're waiting to get to the point where it says congratulations, you have the maximum. Optimize for input 1, so now it wants input 1, extension needs to be off. All right, so hopefully we do this, and hopefully it'll do it in the next few seconds, crunching all that data, and then it'll be like, okay, you've got the best possible one. So now it wants extension on. I think it might be going around in a circle here. Let's see. Extension needs to be on. Oh, no, there we go. So you have to give it time to do its thing. Oh, no, it does want extension on. So it sends, interesting. So it sends me putting it on here. Okay, now it says, congratulations, you've got the best possible sentence. So isn't that great? That's so much better than most algos where you have to do it all yourself. Doesn't mean there won't be losing trades like you can see here, but remember you're buying on the buy signals and then selling on when the signal changes. There's no stop loss or profit taken here. This is just a simple buy when it says buy, sell when it says sell. And so, yeah, pretty good. So this one's now 16 trades in 3 days, profit of 3,500 with trade size of 360, profit factor 2.62 and an 80% win rate. Isn't that incredible? So that's how you use it. It's really simple. And then if you follow this, it should give you a profitable strategy. And there's not so many trades that you won't be able to set up alerts that you'll have to be trading all day. These are longer trades. In fact, this one's a swing trade, I think. Yeah, sell at market open. So yeah, pretty cool. Really nice algo. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go and buy it. I think this might be one of my new favorites. All right. Hopefully you find this helpful, and I'll talk to you guys soon.